Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another Locals Report. This one's going to be a bit different because I'm going to give you all the results now and then go on a rant. So, this was a league challenge at Griffins Games in Erdington, which is the other side of Birmingham from here. I know that's relative, you could be the other side of Birmingham, and technically it's this side of Birmingham. Anyway, from me, Stokey Liam, it is, yeah, the other side of Birmingham from me. I also have a cat who wants a fuss, so I'm really sorry. Let's get straight into this, shall we? We played Oink Cologne EX, and I thought, you know, a league challenge, somewhere a bit different, maybe people are going to play, you know, things a little bit more interesting. Which is unfair to say, but it was meta. It was all meta. These are the results. Round 1, Lugia V-Star, loss, win, loss. Game 1, forgot about Stone Journer, filled my bench before seeing it. Solid chance that cost me the game, kept to the usual game plan, just wasn't enough. Game 2, opponent brick and scooped. Game 3, me brick, no Lechonks or ways to get Lechonk, 2 prize, no helpful supporters. Basically lost 2 Pokemon to 60 plus mil, then couldn't keep myself in the game once SS Crush was up. Round 2 was God of War EX, loss. I can't even remember on game 1. I think I actually checked out. Game 2 was a complete brick. Didn't see any energy until turn 7. Actually lost count. Round 3, Arc Duraludon, loss. Anti-deck, didn't have a chance. Huge notes. The biggest notes are here because this actually worked well, and I will explain why in a minute. Game 1, deck ran like it should, cycling Sharons and Oinks, blah blah blah. Almost retreated into forgetting... misplayed with Drapion V way too early. Path was in play, I almost retreated into it forgetting it was there, but it took the final 3 prizes. Game 2, Brick Start, had to get aggressive with Drapion play to stay in the game. After first 3 prizes, tied up with Drapion KO. Deck worked like it should, engine working, had to draw, DTE for the win. Deck search with level ball, DTE would have been next draw off S/B, Squovit/Bibarel. Did that anyways after the shuffle, last card was DTE off the Bibarel for the win. Very nice. Anyway, so... 1-3-0. Let's get ranty. So, I thought this week, this was part of No Meta Week, right? I've been playing it on live, and honestly, the decks have been going really well, all things considered. We've been playing other meta decks, been playing friends, and playing meta decks, stuff like that, so it's not been too bad. It's not been like a bad sample, if that makes sense. Oink Cologne is a very fun deck. I really enjoy it. I enjoy Wall and Stall way more than I thought I might. The game plan is very simple. You get your Oink Cologne EX up, it tanks a hit, it does a bit of damage, usually around 150. If you're lucky, you'll get a maddening sent off, that's 210, usually 190 because you're using double turbo. You let it go to within an inch of its life, you Sharon's Care, you bring the next one up. If you're lucky, it's another Oink Cologne that's already energized, ready to go. If you're unlucky, it's a Lechonk, you just evolve it straight into Oink Cologne, you play the energy onto it for the maddening scent, and then you put down another Lechonk. You keep cycling your Lechonks round. It's never an issue. And it usually, by turn 3-4, you're in a position where you've got at least a Lechonk and an energy down, so you've always got a backup once you Sharon's Care. I'm not saying this to be sarcastic or make excuses for what happened. I genuinely did not see this deck work until the 4th round against Mew of all things. It just would not find what I needed, and I don't know why, because it works really well online. Like, that cycle just gets going and usually works really well. So, I've had a bit of a thing about this on Twitter recently. I've said, you know, if you remove the top 8 decks from the game, it actually is a really fun meta right now. And that's not to say, like, I can't play meta decks. Like, I play Arceus, so, you know, I'm up there. But, like, I've been trying to play a bit more fun-based stuff because it does seem to be a continuation of the previous meta right now, even with rotation. Like, yeah, we've got God of War, but otherwise we've got the same cards running around at the top. We've got Arceus, we've got Lugia, we've got Mew, we got Lost Box. God of War, Miraidon kind of are there, but like not really. So it feels really samey, even though things have changed a little bit. I'm really looking forward to Paldea Evolved because of this. Like, I'm hoping Meowscarada ends up going well. I really hope we see more stuff coming in to, like, improve Arceus, improve Lost maybe, make it a bit more interesting to play. But I do get the feeling that, like, even the new stuff isn't going to make much difference. Like, Chien-Pao looks good as well on paper, but I don't know if it really hangs. I think the main problem we have, and we had this with Lugia V-Star, is Lost Box can actually adjust to the meta quite easily. And what I mean by that is, you can kind of like toolbox your Lost Box relatively, unless you're playing like Sablezard or whatever, the single prize and the V builds, like Sky Seal builds, can kind of rotate to whatever they think the meta is going to be. So for argument's sake, say the next two powerful decks, and to be honest, one of these is true, is God of War and is Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao's biggest weakness is Steel Energy, or Steel Pokemon, so you're going to see Zamazenta come back in. God of War being there, you're going to see Galarian Moltres, you're going to see maybe Big Moltres. You can just kind of choose 2 or 3 attackers and just adjust to wherever the meta is that weekend. Now, if you're at a regional or something like that, you are going to have to like predict the meta a little bit. Like we've seen from regional results, Lost Box isn't huge up there for the most part, but it is one of the better toolbox decks. And you know, I can't really talk. I play Arceus, and that is absolutely like a fantastic toolbox deck as well. But it's slower and can't afford to play from behind like Lost Box can. And if anything, Lost Box can afford to do it even more in the next set. So we'll see how it goes. And all this like kind of makes me surmise to say it's really hard to play a fun off-meta / rogue deck at the moment. Dialga maybe being the exception, but that deck infuriates me more than anything else. Like, I wish it was still as reliable as it was with, like, Metal Sources and stuff like that. Like, the way I played it when it first came out with Zacian V and all that was, like, really fun and genuinely felt like, not necessarily skill-based, but, like, it felt better than being hit for, like, 280 out of nowhere because they hit 5 energy off a goddamn Magnezone. But that's for the next video. So yeah, basically, if there's a TLDR on this, don't play fun decks at League Challenges. Play what you think is going to be a good deck that you're comfortable with, because I was really annoyed by how it went, and I was proper sulky. I just didn't have a good time. And it's all down to me. Like, I tried to do something a bit different, and I shouldn't have. And it seems like a really bad life lesson to have, but like, trying to be different and have fun maybe isn't the right idea with Pokemon. I don't know. But, like, you know, we took one game. It wasn't a complete loss the entire time. But, again, quickly looking back at our results, Lugia V-Star is always going to have a great time against a deck that's all, you know, normal types, because Stone Jonah's just going to eat that alive. God of War EX, that's whatever. It's up there. Arceus Duraludon is literally the counter deck. Like, Duraludon says, nope, I ain't taking any damage from specials. You've got no chance at all, unless you find the paths, and hey, guess what I couldn't find? Path to the Peak. So yeah, the fact that we took one's good, but it was a little bit frustrating. Anyway, we won't be making any more mistakes like that. League Challenges will stick to the meta and what's good. If you enjoyed this video, all my social media links are in the description below. Let me know what you enjoyed and what you didn't, and hey, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.